Hi, welcome back to the Hollywood Dreammaker podcast. I'm your host, Billy Gallo, and today I am doing a solo podcast. If you're listening to this, I believe it's being released on December 27th of 2022. I want to wish you a happy new year, and I also hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And this is just a year-end recap episode. I want to just really express my gratitude to you, the listener out there. You know, I'm really kind of blown away when I see my analytics and I see where this podcast, and it's all over the world. It's in places that I can't even pronounce. It's amazing, and I'm truly grateful for all you listeners out there. It's the top 2% of all podcasts globally. You know, this is proof that if you set your mind to something, you know, you can make the dream a reality. You know, during the whole pandemic, in the beginning of the pandemic, when my studio was shut down because of the pandemic, I decided to create this podcast. I had no idea where it would go, but I just took the leap of faith and I took a step, and it's been a beautiful thing. You know, I've had, this is my 70th episode, and I've had 70 amazing guests, episodes that are really, they're just dropping some serious gold and wisdom for you listeners out there. If you haven't listened to all of them, I would say I highly recommend, you know, going through and finding those episodes and really just listening to them, because every one of the episodes has some serious gold in it. So, you know, I created the podcast truly to inspire other artists to follow their dreams, right? If I can do it, if a kid like me, you know, a kid from a broken family, you know, who had it kind of rough, who, you know, was running the streets, ran away from home at 15, running the streets at 16, 17, you know, if there was a checklist of everything that could possibly go bad, I check all the boxes. And, you know, if I can come out to Hollywood at 18 with $200 in my pocket and a one-way ticket, not knowing a soul out here, and make my dream a reality, then why can't you? Okay. If I can do it, you definitely can do it. Okay. So just know that you can make this dream a reality. And I created the podcast because I wanted to show other actors' journeys and other entertainment industry, Hollywood people that, you know, to share their journey into Hollywood and how they made the dream a reality. So it's truly about inspiring you to follow your dreams. Don't let anything stop you from going after your dreams. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people that don't believe in you. You know, you may even be family members. You know, oh, sure, you're going to be an actor. Nobody believed in me. Absolutely nobody believed in me when I told my dream. And, you know, I believed in myself. And that's the most important thing. You have to believe in yourself, and you really have to know that this talent was given to you, and it's a gift. It's a God-given gift. Not everybody gets it. You know, some people can play an instrument, some people can dance, you know, and some people can act. And if it's in you, it's in you, and you want to go after your dreams. You don't want to go on your deathbed and go, oh, I should have, would have, could have, but I didn't. Why didn't I go after my dreams? Well, you know, that's not the way to, you want to truly go after your dreams and make it happen. And once again, you know, every one of my guests is living proof that, you know, if you do that, you can make that dream a reality. I mean, I've had some amazing guests, you know, Emilio Rivera, who, if you haven't listened to that podcast, it's super inspirational. I mean, this guy was in the gang life, and he was a heroin addict, and he saw 40-something friends die in that gang life. And he decided to clean up his act, and, you know, he got off the drugs, and he went after his acting career. And, you know, the guy's been extremely successful. He's got his own series, Mayans MC. You know, he's just, you know, if he can do it, you can do it. Brian Goodman, you know, the guy was in federal prison for robbing banks. You know, he spent 5 years in prison. He came out, and, you know, he was robbing drug dealers, and he decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to go after this acting thing. And he's a very, very successful actor, director, writer. I mean, he's, you know, he's had movies made about his life story, you know, so if he can do it, you can do it. And it's not too late. It's never too late to follow your dreams. Okay, so this podcast is really, truly about gratitude. I'm really, truly grateful to you, the listeners out there, and I'm truly grateful to my amazing guests. I want to give them a shout out. You know, this year in 2022, I had Tom Beers, an amazing producer. He's produced some of the biggest reality shows in television. He's got, I don't know, 3 or 4 Emmys, you know, on his shelf at home. Joe Cortese, a very talented actor, veteran actor who was an Academy Award-winning film, Green Book. Eric Palladino, another talented veteran actor. Alicia Ruskin, Hollywood talent agent. She dropped some serious wisdom and knowledge. If you're looking for an agent, that's probably an episode you want to listen to. Sam Humphries, very inspirational story of an actor that, came and made the Hollywood dream a reality. Oscar Tor, Oscar is, an amazing actor, and he dropped some serious wisdom. Michelle Paradise, it's such an inspirational podcast. Will Roberts, another veteran actor. Terry Ivins, Amanda Maresco, who comes and talks about screenwriting. So if you want to write a film and you want to know about screenwriting, you want to listen to Amanda's podcast, or even her father, Bobby Maresco, an Academy Award-winning writer for Crash. It's just an inspirational story. This is a guy who wrote his own ticket to the Academy Awards and won the Oscar for Best Picture. Joseph D'Onofrio, you know him from A Bronx Tale and Goodfellas. He, it was a great podcast. Hamza Sama, casting director, actor. Jill Willard, a beautiful episode with Jill Willard. If you haven't seen it, she's an intuitive, and she's dropped some amazing information about, mindset and your chakras. It's just truly inspirational. You want to listen to that podcast. Raphael Luce, a young actor who's on a hit TV series, Stranger Things. Kristen Schultz, one of my students, a great actor, very inspirational story. George Gallo, the writer of Midnight Run and Bad Boys, and he's just a ton of films, and he made his dream a reality. So you definitely want to listen to those podcasts. Chris LaRue, one of my students, he reached out to me and said, what you really should do is you should have a podcast where you have a student ask you all the questions that they want to know. Well, I said, why not you? He's a former New York Yankee baseball player. He came on and he asked me some great questions, and it's the podcast you definitely want to listen to. There's so much great information on that. I just had Ronnie Jean Blevins on it, really talented actor. If you don't know his work, you definitely want to see his work. He's in a new film, Emancipation. It's on Apple TV with Will Smith. It's a great film. He has a great part in it. He's a really talented actor. So, I want to just thank all of those amazing guests who came on my Hollywood Dreammaker podcast in 2022. And, thank you for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge. And thank you, the listeners out there, for really, truly listening. And if you've been listening to the podcast and you like the podcast, I'm going to give you a bribe right now, okay? I want you to go on to Apple Podcasts and leave it a 5-star review. And if you leave it a 5-star review and you take a screenshot and you send it to me, I'm going to put you in a raffle. In 2023, I'm having my Manhattan Actor Studio. I have a course here called the Michelangelo. It's a 10-week course. Well, I'm going to create a digital course in 2023, and I'm going to be offering it up. And it's a $2,000 value, but I am going to be giving it to one lucky winner for free. If you leave that 5-star review and you send me that screenshot, I will put you in a raffle, and I will be pulling out a name, and you will win that course. So also, if you don't like listening, to podcasts and you want to see the image, the visuals on this, I have my Inside the Manhattan Actors Studio with Billy Gallo on YouTube. You can take a peek into my class, my Manhattan Actors Studio, my school. We've had some fun. We've created some short films up there. So please subscribe to that, share it with your friends. If you like this podcast, please put it out there. I've been working really, really hard to give you guys this podcast. There's literally nothing in it for me. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it just to be of service. And I truly found that the secret to living is giving and being of service. And this is my gift to you. I don't want to leave this planet leaving my wealth of knowledge in my brain. I want to leave it for the next generation, the other actors. I just wish there was somebody like me when I came to Hollywood that could have pointed me the way. And success leaves clues. And I've been blessed and I've been very successful, and my guests have been very successful, and they're leaving the clues for you, the listener out there. So, it's free. Listen up. There's such amazing, amazing lessons in every one of these podcasts, and I'm truly grateful for every one of them. I'm at 70. My goal is, really truly to hit 100. This new year in 2023, I got some big things going on. I have a film that I'm going to be producing, so I might have to re-record some of these podcasts before I go off and make my movie. But I will continue to bring you this Hollywood Dreammaker podcast to you, and I'm just truly grateful. So 2023, let's talk about 2023. I got big plans for 2023. I hope that you have some big plans, and I want you to kind of, maybe get a notepad and, write some of this stuff down, because this is some of the things that have truly worked for me in 2022. And, one is really just gratitude. Just, like I'm expressing gratitude right now. You want to be in gratitude. It's really hard to have a shitty day when you're coming from gratitude. No matter what you have, be grateful for where you're at. Okay. And I want you to take an inventory of 2022 and say, what did I do in 22? What were the good things? And, give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, you were in class, you're working on your self-tapes, or, you want to praise yourself. You want to give yourself a little love. So, okay, well, I want to do more of that in 2023. And then I want you to take an inventory and go, well, what is some of the stuff that I need to let go of? Some of the stuff that did not work for me in 2022. Maybe you picked up some bad habits. Maybe you're binge watching too much Netflix, or you're spending too many hours scrolling on your phone, or whatever it is. Maybe you got lazy, you stopped taking care of yourself. You started eating a bunch of crap and you gained a bunch of weight. This is the time right now to let go of that shit. Listen, I know I am you. I mean, I've had my issues, 2022, I've had a lot of loss, that I've been trying to deal with and process. And I picked up, there was some, I lost my best friend. And it was really hard for me to deal with. And I started maybe numbing it with alcohol, or maybe not, getting lazy and not taking care of myself. But I had to give myself a swift kick in the ass and go, you know what, that doesn't work. That stuff's just going to stop you from making your dreams a reality. So I stopped it, and I started exercising, I started eating healthy, and I feel so much better. So, maybe there's some stuff that you want to look at in your life and go, what are some of the things I can cut out? Do a little less of this and do more of that. Those things that make you feel good. Taking care of yourself. If you're an actor, anybody, you have to take care of your instrument. What are you putting in? What's the gasoline that you're putting in? If you're drinking a bunch of soda, that's the gas you're putting in your tank, your life tank. How about you drink a lot of water? You start eating healthy. Maybe you start juicing, drink some celery juice. Work out, meditate. Go for a long walk. I truly found that the key is taking some time to quiet the brain. Okay. Because you're not your thoughts. This little, this shell that you're living in, this is not who you really are. Okay. It's just the shell that you're spending time in. This is the shell of Billy. This is not who I really am. Billy's had some stuff happen to him in his life. He had a rough childhood. So there's a little voice that wants to jump into my brain, little Billy's voice, and little Billy's voice is fearful. Little Billy's voice will tell him, stories of lack, and it's just noise. So you want to catch the voice in your brain at the gates. You want to stop. I like to think of, my mind and see a big bouncer standing at the gates of my mind. And when little Billy wants to come in, the bouncer says, "So sorry, you can't come in. Look, I love you, kid, but you can't come in. You can't drive Big Billy's bus of life. It doesn't work. He doesn't know how to drive. He sabotages, he crashes. So I got to constantly take him out of the driver's seat and let the big Billy, the God within me, the light within me, the super powerful me, that's who needs to show up and drive my bus of life." And, you want to train that person. For me, it's a morning routine. Okay. You want to give yourself a morning routine. Maybe you don't have one. You want to give yourself one. And that starts, for me, it's about, waking up in the morning and going through a gratitude list. You really start your day in gratitude. What are those things you're grateful for? And really take a time to really feel them and fill up your heart with all those beautiful things. It's really hard to have a bad day when you start it in gratitude. And then, I like to go and get into an ice cold shower. Now, little Billy goes, I'm not getting in there. No way. That's not happening. But I train myself to not listen to that voice and immediately give myself an affirmation, an incantation, right? Something that I tell myself on a daily basis. Right. Instead of, there's little Billy and then there's the beast, the gladiator, the warrior, not the warrior. That's the guy who steps up. The beast loves cold water. So I just tell myself I'm the beast and the beast loves cold water. And I get into that ice cold shower and I train myself not to listen to the voice right off the start of the day. And, instead of like looking in the mirror, after taking an ice cold shower, and saying negative things to yourself, how about you give yourself some kind words and, maybe give yourself a little incantation, like, I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. I am fearless. I am confident. I am successful. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am loved. Whatever it is that works for you, anything after I am is really powerful. So give yourself a little morning incantation that you say to yourself. Maybe you say it while you run or work out. You want to put it into your body when you're working out, and give yourself that morning routine. And then, I love to take a walk on the beach and really kind of just take a moment to just breathe. It's really important to truly breathe and start training your breathing. The breath is super powerful. Most people don't know how to breathe. Most people are chest breathers. They're breathing in here. If you don't know how to breathe, I highly recommend you listen to some of my podcasts with Julie Rader, who's an amazing yogi, Jill Willard. I've had some amazing coaches, and I've had them on my podcast to talk about breathing and meditation. I didn't know how to breathe. I thought I knew how to breathe, but I didn't know how to breathe. I didn't know how to breathe till I learned from some great teachers. Get some coaches. Coaches are really powerful. I've had some amazing coaches in my life, and I love to grow so I can share that knowledge with my students. And really think about getting some coaching this year. I highly recommend it. Success leaves clues. You want to learn from people that have been successful and get the shortcut so you don't have to make the mistakes. They've already made the mistakes. They've already got to where you want to be. You want to learn from those people. That's truly why I'm creating my digital course, because I've seen that there's a lot of crap out there. Not to throw shade on anybody, but, I typed in actor into a search bar and now I get bombarded with all these digital courses. And, when I do the research and I kind of look the teachers up, they've done nothing. They got 3 credits and, they made no money in this business. I've been blessed. This is not a green screen. This is a real school that I opened up 8 years ago, and I've trained thousands of actors, and I know what I do works. I have agents from Hollywood and managers from Hollywood reaching out to me all the time when the actors have a big audition for a self-tape, for a television show, or a pilot. I'm the go-to guy. They call me and they try to get me to squeeze their clients into my schedule. And I've had a lot of success with these actors. So I know what I teach works. I got a text today, a beautiful text from one of my actors. And, he was telling me about being on set. And this is a guy who knocked on my door. I had no clue on, anything. He just knew he wanted to act. So, he studied with me. He took my Michelangelo course. And, now he's a working actor. He sent me a beautiful email and a text from on set. And he said, it was just beautiful gratitude. And he said, you truly are the Hollywood dream maker. And that fills me up. I mean, that's why I do what I do. I've been blessed. I got the dream, check the dream, I've done it all. I've been blessed. I've been Academy Award winner, blockbuster movies, hit TV series, you name it, I've done it. I got the IMDb credits to prove it. And, I've already done it. And for me, it's so rewarding when I see my actors, text me and say, hey, I got my SAG card. I got that part. I got that agent. I got that manager. It's truly what fills me up. So if I can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach me through, the links that I'll leave in the description, but you can email me at billygallo@mac.com. That's BILLYGALLO @mac.com. You can reach out to me through any of my social media, Instagram at actor Billy Gallo, Twitter at actor Billy Gallo. Just reach out to me. And I have students, because of the pandemic, I went online immediately, and I have students in different countries and different states. It doesn't matter where you live, you can study with me. I mean, that's the beauty. You can jump on a Zoom with me if you want to set up a consultation. I'm blessed. I mean, I can't guarantee that, I can make that happen because my schedule is super crazy busy right now between my school and my podcast and my producing projects. I'm super busy, but, if I can help you in any way, reach out, please do. And if you know anybody who wants to be a model, my wife, she's a veteran model. She's still modeling. She's been in business for over 20 years. She's running the Manhattan Model Studios. So I've been amazed to see what she's done. She's been on my guest a couple of times on my podcast. So I would highly recommend, if you want to be a model, listen to the podcast with Diana Gallo talking about modeling. You can go to manhattanmodelstudios.com to set up an appointment with her if you have anybody who wants to be in the modeling business. She's amazing. I mean, what she does with her students kind of blows me away. I mean, they have agents, they're working, they're doing stuff. And, big shout out to my amazing wife for what she's done. I'm really proud of you, Diana Gallo. And, really just go after your dreams, whatever it is, go after them with a vengeance. I mean, the beauty about my podcast is not only actors, I've had talent managers, I've had producers, I've had casting directors, I've had, stunt coordinators, I've had, any Hollywood dream, whatever it is, the podcast is truly about inspiration. And if they can do it, you can do it. Okay. So please don't let anything stop you from going after your dreams. You have to go after it like you mean it and really truly know why you're doing this. If you're going after it because you want to be rich and famous and all that stuff, that's probably the wrong reason to go after it. I know for me, I went after it, the dream, because I thought it was going to fill me up. I was a little boy who needed love, and I thought being famous would give me that love. And, when I got the fame and I got the TV series and all that stuff, there was something missing because, acting fame does not fill that void. So really be careful. If you're doing it, do it because you're passionate about and you love acting and it's in you and it's truly what you want to do. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it because you want to be rich and famous. That comes, but it doesn't fill you up. I mean, I just watched an interview with my ex castmate on my TV series, Matthew Perry, and he did an interview, and he was talking about the fame and the money and the stuff. And he said, 6 months after, he had the money in the house and all these things, he was truly going, wow, is this it? There was still something missing. So be careful what you wish for. If you're going to go after it like you mean it, with a vengeance, because it's truly what you want to do and it's your passion. Okay. Because it can be done. And I'll tell you the secret. The secret truly is to take some time to get out of your head and get into your heart and to breathe and to meditate and to visualize. Take some time to really see yourself there. Take the virtual tour sensorially through all your senses, really go and see yourself on set with that actor that you want to work with. See yourself wherever it is, living in the house you want to have driving the car you want. Just see yourself doing it, goal achieved. And if you take some time to do that on a daily basis, maybe before you go to bed or maybe when you wake up in the morning, You're starting to plant seeds. You're turning the channel, the vibration of the universe to show the universe what you want. Okay. And you got to be really careful on the words that you say, words you speak, because you're speaking stuff into existence. If you say you can't afford something, guess what? You cannot afford something because you said it. If you say you can or you cannot, you're probably right. Okay. But you have to truly be careful what words come out of your mouth. So you want to visualize the dream and see yourself goal achieved, but you got to be really careful that you don't sabotage it with the words that you speak. Okay, so I want you to be careful the thoughts that you think. I want you to be careful of the words that you speak, because they matter. They really truly are game changers. Okay, so take some time to visualize. I'm a big fan of vision boards. Okay, this is a new year coming. Okay, today's the 27th. Oh, well, when you hear this, it's December 27th. So take this time to write a list of goals that you want to achieve in 2023. I'm not a big fan of, resolutions. Most people quit their resolutions, in no time. So I'm a fan of setting goals and scratching them off and taking massive action, saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find an agent. Okay, great. And then go take massive action. Send out not 1, not 10, 50 emails. Follow up, do whatever you got to do to make that dream a reality. Okay. But if you create a vision board, and if you don't know what a vision board is, look at my episode about planting seeds. Vision boards are really powerful. See yourself, put it out. If you want to see yourself on set working with Tom Cruise, cut out a picture of Tom Cruise on set, cut out the other actor's face, put your face in there and see it on a daily basis. And take some time to really feel what that feels like. Right? If it's whatever it is you want, you got to put it on your vision board. I mean, I'll tell you how powerful it is. One year I was with my actors every January, we create vision boards. And, I got the scraps of a travel magazine. I cut out a gondola and I put it on my vision board, with no plan of going to Venice, Italy. Well, at the end of the year, my sister-in-law said, hey, I'm going to Rome. I have an Airbnb, you guys should come. And yeah, boom, we went. And next thing you know, I was in Venice and I took a picture of a gondola and it's the same picture that's on my vision board. Now, the only reason that came to fruition is because I planted that seed. So take some time to plant some seeds, truly plant some seeds for what you want to come to fruition in this new year. Okay. If you're listening to this podcast and it's down the road and it's already past New Year's or whatever, it's never too late to start. Okay. It's never too late to start taking some time and planting some seeds and see what, if you take care of those seeds and you pull the weeds, the noise, and you water those seeds, you give them sunlight and you take care of those dreams and you really go after those dreams, they do come to fruition. Okay. I promise you. So you have the power to create whatever it is you want. Okay. Just take some time to quiet the brain, quiet the noise, sit in stillness, visualize all the beautiful stuff, be grateful for what you have. Okay. Take massive action on your dreams. Just scratch them off. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't let fear stop you. Have faith that this talent was given to you. And it's your destiny, and go after it like you mean it. I believe in you. Don't let anything stop you from going after your dreams. I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful 2023. A lot of great things to come. I have amazing guests. I don't want to mention any names, but I did a TV series with a guy named Tony Danza from Who's the Boss. He's coming up soon. I'm really excited about that. I have a lot of great guests coming, so stay tuned. Okay, guys, take care. Peace and love. Happy New Year.